Our number one spot isn't just a jet, it's a $6 billion flying fortress that doubles as a mobile command center for the leader of the free world. It features a full-scale medical suite with a surgical table, secure communication lines that can survive a nuclear blast, and 3 entire floors of luxury. But before we step inside the most expensive aircraft ever built, we need to talk about the machines that the world's most elite billionaires are commissioning right now. The difference between a standard $70 million Gulfstream and the titans on this list is like comparing a luxury hotel room to a palace that happens to travel at Mach 0.8 to 5. Today, we're counting down the 5 most expensive private jets of 2026, where even the entry-level spot on our list costs more than most people's entire neighborhoods. Stick around until the end to see the interior of the new Airbus ACJ 350 because it features a flexible cabin catalog that allows for a full-size spa and a Zen garden at 41,000 feet. Starting our list at number 5 is the Boeing BBJ 787-9 Dreamliner. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a Dreamliner, one of the most common sights at commercial airports, be a private luxury jet? Well, here's the thing. When you strip out the 250 seats and hand the keys to a billionaire like Joseph Lau or Roman Abramovich, the 787 becomes a 2,700 square foot flying mansion. The base aircraft alone will set you back approximately $292 million. But once the custom interior is completed at a facility like Greenpoint Technologies, the total price tag pushes north of $360 million. For that, you get more than just space. Because the Dreamliner's fuselage is made of advanced carbon fiber composites instead of traditional aluminum, it can maintain a much lower cabin altitude of just 6,000 feet, even at maximum cruise. It also supports higher humidity levels, meaning you don't arrive in London or Tokyo with that dry eye, scratchy throat feeling typical of commercial flights. With a range of over 9,400 nautical miles, think New York to Singapore non-stop. Inside, you'll typically find a grand entrance foyer with dark wooden walls, a primary suite with a king-sized bed, and a walk-in shower with heated marble flooring. It is the gold standard for long-haul business travel, but on this list, it's only the beginning. Taking the number 4 position is the Boeing BBJ even 47-8 VIP. Known as the Queen of the Skies, this is the undisputed champion of prestige. While the commercial version has mostly retired from passenger service, the VIP version remains the ultimate status symbol for kings and real estate tycoons. The price? Approximately $450 million once fully customized. For perspective, the operating cost alone is roughly $30,000 per flight hour. That means a single 10-hour flight from Los Angeles to Paris costs more than a brand new Ferrari. What makes the Boeing 747-8 VIP so special is the sheer volume. We're talking about 4,700 square feet across 2 decks. One of the most famous configurations features a stateroom in the nose of the plane, literally the quietest place in the sky because you are sitting directly under the cockpit and forward of the 4 Gen X engines. You'll often see a spiral staircase leading to the upper deck lounge, a formal dining room that seats 14, and even a stowable garage for a luxury car. It is a massive 4-engine Titan that requires a runway length of nearly 10,000 feet, which means you aren't landing at small regional strips, you are arriving at major hubs and making sure everyone knows you've arrived. Breaking into our top 3 at number 3 is the Airbus A340-300 Custom, famously known as Burkan. This jet is owned by Russian billionaire Alisher Usmanov, and it holds the title for the largest private jet in Russia, even bigger than the president's personal aircraft. While the base plane was acquired for roughly $230 million, Usmanov reportedly spent an additional $170 million on a lavish interior, bringing the total value to over $400 million. Performance-wise, the A340 is a 4-engine beast capable of a 13,000-kilometer range. Think Moscow to Tokyo or London to Sydney with ease. But here's the thing about Burkan. It's a flying art gallery. The interior features solid wood panels, premium leather upholstery, and gold-plated fixtures in every bathroom. There's a professional kitchen for a gourmet staff, 4 guest bedrooms, and a dining space that can accommodate 30 people for a formal banquet. It is one of the few jets on Earth that provides a palace experience while maintaining the ruggedness of a transcontinental airliner. Before we move into the top 2, where we see the absolute cutting at the edge of 2026 aviation technology, I need to ask you for a quick favor. If you want to stay ahead of the curve in the world of luxury and private jets, please hit that like button and subscribe. We don't just read the brochures, we explain the engineering and the numbers that define this world. Taking the number 2 spot is the Airbus ACJ 350-1000 Custom. Priced at approximately $500 million fully equipped, this is the newest king of the corporate jet world. It is the most modern wide-body VIP aircraft in existence, built almost entirely from advanced materials like titanium and carbon fiber. But the real game changer is the endurance. The ACJ 350-1000 can stay in the air for 22 hours non-stop. That is New York to Sydney or London to Perth, without ever touching the ground. Airbus calls its interior philosophy the airspace cabin. It features the flexible cabin catalog, which allows owners to treat the 3,000 square foot floor plan like a piece of modular furniture. You can have a dedicated wellness center with a full-size spa, a cinema room with a 100-inch display, and a master bedroom with a dedicated office that is quieter than a suburban library. The Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-97 engines aren't just powerful, they are 25% more fuel efficient than previous generations, and the air filtration system replaces every cubic inch of cabin air every 2 minutes. It is the pinnacle of what private aviation can achieve for an individual. And here it is, number 1. The VC-25B, better known as the new Air Force One. While it's technically a government asset, it is the most expensive private jet mission on Earth, with a program cost that has ballooned to over $1.6 billion per aircraft. Based on the Boeing even 47-8 airframe, the VC-25B is essentially a flying White House. In 2026, as these jets approach their final delivery milestones, they represent the absolute apex of aerospace engineering. It is not just about luxury, it's about survivability. The jet features 3 entire floors of space, including a presidential suite, a grand conference room that can accommodate 100 people, and a medical facility that includes an operating room. The aircraft is shielded against electromagnetic pulses from nuclear blasts and has a secure communication system that allows the president to address the nation or lead a military strike from 45,000 feet. There are 2 massive galleys that can serve 2,000 meals per flight. Think about the scale of that. You have a staff of nearly 30 crew members and a dedicated security detail, all living in a machine that can be refueled in mid-air, allowing it to stay airborne indefinitely during a crisis. It is the single most expensive, most capable, and most protected aircraft in human history. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of ultimate luxury, a like and a subscription would mean the world. And for those who dream of owning the sky, click right here to watch our video on the $1 million versus $100 million private jet comparison. See you in the skies.